All right, we've got a another game. This one's going to be with Potato Cake as Viper. It's going to be on, I think it's going to be a support Viper. I believe that this is an unranked game, but mind you, this is, from what I know, it's more than an hour long, which means that after like the first 15-20 minutes, I'm going to just start 2xing it because I've got a lot of games to get to, and the mid game tends to be a little bit more, well, I mean, we'll get to the game. We'll go through it as they happen, but nonetheless, we'll see what goes on. But I think in the beginning, I think the biggest thing is that we need to kind of focus on your play. One thing that sticks out already is that you've already, skilled Nether Toxin. I don't think you should ever do that until you understand who exactly you're laning up against. It will probably be Mars, and I'm thinking, like, okay, the fact that I'm like, because this guy could be a support, this guy could be a support, so it really comes down to the lane. So another reason why you should probably never skill before you even get it to the lane, so that you understand what you're up against. Oh god, oh, you didn't get the rune, and you're gonna get jumped on here. Nice overwhelming odds. It's a trap, and it's time to run away and try to get on out. And to be honest, like, if I'm gonna say it, I this is why I kind of don't like Viper support. I think it works at times, but yeah, not my favorite hero to see, especially if I want to play carry, right? Especially because your Nether Toxin, look, hitting all of the creeps. Wait, is PL the support? What is going on? Okay, the PL is like on Tinder. I don't know what he's doing, or he's giving you a fast level 2. Interesting. Okay, but the Nether Toxin, since you hit everybody on that. In that giant, that pool or whatever, that creep wave, is that you're actually pushing the lane. So you're giving free XP to all of them. Now, what does that mean in terms of your team? Okay, this PL is still AFK. This creep wave should have been pulled here. Back here. But instead, it's been pushed, and it's in a perfect spot for Radiant. Yeah, it seems like they're low, but the thing is that they're really not in any danger, because they can, like, anytime you go on them, it's like, oh, I'll just back up a couple steps, and I'm within tower range, right? So, by you, like, this is doing, your value add is nothing. You're further pushing it, fine, but you need to be pulling, you need to be stacking, and now you're just sapping XP, right? Like, all of this stuff. Like, he's level 1, man. This guy's made of Play-Doh. Like, this guy, he's not going to be able to fight. He can't do anything. And the fact that you're just continuing to push it, like, this is under creep. This is perfect for him. Right? Like, do you think you can get a kill under this guy? Under this tower? There's no way, right? And, like, this is really bad. Okay. Okay, through this all, you're also getting Wraith Band. If you're going to play the support, you'd probably need boots more than anything else. It doesn't look like anyone is a support in this game, except for a Witch Doctor. But you're going on him now. He's got the heal. He's trying to out-heal this, but I don't think he's... But the heals of the Witch Doctor kind of scaring him away. Mind you, Witch Doctor has... Okay, the Witch Doctor, you need to get Maledict. Maledict is amazing. It doesn't seem like it's doing any damage, but the thing is that all of the damage that you've done just gets added on, right? Like, I think it's really underrated. People don't see this. Voodoo Restoration is the worst of his spells, and definitely should be the last one skilled. Nonetheless, you're just kind of like, I don't know what is going on. You have the most amount of last hits. This PL has been AFK almost half the time. So yeah, this is are you support? Are you carry? I have no idea. We'll find out in the end, because that's apparently how these things are working. Oh, you're doppelganging into that. That's scary. Okay, another Toxin one last time. You're just kind of blasting it in. But again, not ideal. You need to learn to stack and pull, okay? I think that's the one that really sticks out to me. Understanding that this is actually really bad for you. It does nothing to you, and the fact that they're getting, like, you can technically, okay, why do you stack and pull, all right? If the creep wave is meeting where you control it, right here, that means that you can run back to the tower at any moment. Okay, that's why it's so important, because if you're going to get ganked, they can't gank you from here. They can maybe gank you through here, but they got to chop the trees, and you can see that. They can come from outside, maybe, but you know the avenues of attack. It'll be right in front of you. Now, if we're comparing that to here, literally, there could be, like, old dirty men hiding behind here, right? Almost any of these situations, and they can be flanking you at any moment. right? This is incredibly vulnerable, right? And another thing is that when you're stacking and pulling, these creeps will kill your creep wave. And if they have less creep waves that they can kill, they get less XP, less gold. They will be behind you, meaning that if you're level 4 and they're level 2, you're going to have a good time, right? I hope this makes sense to you, right? This is why stacking and pulling is the most important thing that you can be doing, okay? Even as a core, you can do that yourself. All right, so Maledict is now being used. Okay, that's a really bad usage of Maledict. You need to combine that. If somebody else was nearby, cast Maledict on you, and then they can do some damage. Now it doesn't do any damage. Look at this. Taking damage over time, but it does like no damage, right? Because they didn't actually get any damage on you when they do this. So, as a Witch Doctor, going full wand is bad. You're probably not going to get more than 10 charges. And that, what, 300 gold? 250 gold? Is closer to the boots of speed, which you really need. Support play is all about mobility and movement, especially in the early, the early phase. This is the laning phase, which is the first 10 minutes. So you need to ensure that you're walking around and you're able to outmaneuver people, because you're not as strong, but you have the potential to kill people by just outmaneuvering them. And look at, you guys are just kind of just chilling here and just sapping XP together. Okay. Cask on this guy, Maledict on this guy. Like, that does nothing to you. It just turns you color purple. Maybe you don't like the color purple, and that's his thoughts process. But, yeah, that's shackle into nothing. Okay. All right, so we're going to 2x this. All right, so it's going to kind of push again. I don't think there's really anything else to learn here, because it's really about controlling the, like, look at how big this creep wave is, right? It's going to hit the tower. It's going to do some tower damage because it's got the siege creep, but then what are you doing? Potato cake? You have to buy some potatoes? About to buy some cakes? No, you're just like dilly-dallying, right? The shackles are completely off the mark. By the way, this Wind Ranger needs to work on that. But yeah, not much else. Like, this is going to be kind of I don't think Wind Ranger knows that you have to shackle the guy against another hero creep tree. Like the incident, what is it? 0.75 stun versus a 2-second stun. Okay, you need to learn how to shackle. Okay, shackling by himself when he's by himself with nothing behind him is not smart. You're just wasting mana. So just more pushing. So apparently you're the core, the carry. Nope, another missed shackle. Kind of zoom this guy out. Okay, so you do a little tower damage, fine. I like the fact that you're prioritizing that. You are level 6. You're strong. Okay? What is the next item you're going? I would prefer it if you shift-clicked. Always have something on standby in case you get jumped. If you don't know what quick buy is, please do find out. Basically, you hit shift and left click, and then it'll be presented here so that you can buy it very quickly, like a hotkey, as opposed to having to go into the shop and then, searching on Amazon what you need to buy and then buying it. But yeah, Wind Ranger will probably tick up, and that's the power of Maledict, right? If somebody's getting hit with Maledict and then you just right click them, all that damage gets like 2x'd pretty much, right? So you need to respect that. 10 minutes, nobody's getting runes. That's a little unfortunate. NP does, but NP's not on your team, so that's not good. Another thing is that you're kind of wasting mana willy-nilly. What you want to do is you want to be nether. You don't want a nether toxin right on the creep wave. Okay? I mean, it's good to farm with, but what you want to do, to be honest, I don't like nether toxin in general. Like, if you're gonna nether toxin, you got to be like farming jungles. Stack, farm it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way this guy should be played. Yeah. All right, so we'll just kind of speed through things here. Another missed shackle. Whoa. Okay, did you see why Wind Ranger didn't die? No Maledict on top, and then that. Like, Witch Doctor completely fucked up the spells, right? You do Maledict, Death Ward on the Wind Ranger, so she takes double damage, and then the fact that, like, Witch Doctor can just heal with the rest of his mana, and he should be fine. But Oh, so now you've kind of bursted him down, slowed him. Okay, so you secured the kill. You're taking a lot of damage, though. Okay, you're going to back up. And now PL is here with his baby level 6. Death Ward will kill you. Nice placement of the Death Ward. Very hard to see. You don't really have a stun. You don't really have a way to deal with that other than like the Wind Ranger and like the Sven. So things to note, right? What can kill you? What are you vulnerable to, right? Sven is now here. No TPs left. He's got Mask of Madness. Oh my gosh. Alright, Sven needs to pop God Strength earlier, and he would have destroyed that NP. Okay, yep. Nice roots. Sunstrike is off the mark. Continue to go, but he's got Maledict. Alright, I'm really interested to see what MMR this is, because... Oh, Cask. Okay. Alright. I don't like your items. I mean, you're what? You're going to Shadowblade? Like, really? Viper? Like, I feel like you should go Ados and just, like, lock people in and then Nether Toxin on top of them. Oh, nice two-man stun there. Oh, God. Oh, God. The Witch Doctor. Oh, my gosh. Nice little Shadow Amulet there. Letting him live. Okay. Kind of rough, right? Because you're going... fight here. Duel. Wind Ranger just easily dying to that. And it's funny because like everybody's like fighting, but like nobody really has mana. Sven actually buys 1 TP at a time. Is out of TPs already. You can buy more than one now. I don't know if you got that memo. Okay. Alright. I don't think maxing out oh shit. The duel, he got the dual damage, Deafening Blast, Meteor, and all that. They get him with the Shadow Amulet, no vision, and he's just happily flying because he realizes that you guys have nothing to see him. Ice Path catches out a 1. Surprise, motherfucker. Nope. And then he just Shadow Amulet's away again. Guys, you know that he has it. You know that he has a Shadow Amulet, right? So what do you need? You need Dust. You need a Sentry. Sven is back into the fight. Okay, so they do secure that. So 2 kills for nothing. But this Jakiro has gotten away so many times because he just Shadow Amulets himself. I'm so surprised nobody's gotten a Sentry Dust. Like, this is redonkulous. Like, this guy should have died many a times. Alright. Tornado just on creeps, just kind of clearing some space. That's fine. Oh, that shackle. What is the NP doing? He just stood still. He did not react. Okay. Alright. Guys don't want to react. Fine. Okay. Again, Shadow Amulets. Oh, now I caught it. Oh, nope. Shadow Amulet. Meteor. Look at Zakiro. So cheeky. Oh, nice Sunstrike there. That'll continue on. Alright. Once you guys... Okay, there's a lot of control, right? Obviously, you need some ways to deal with the root. Quelling Blade. That's a free kill there. But the Ice Path and the Witch Doctor Cask are kind of creating a little bit of an issue. At some point, some of you guys are going to have to get BKB. I would prefer BKB over anything. And Shadow Blade, I don't think is really required, right? You're tanky enough where guys go on you, you need other outs, right? You Atos them and you take the initiative. You want to fight. You don't want to hide. Hiding's for supports. Oh, the Invoker completely on the wrong side of the map. All by himself. And the disrespect tip. The BMs, let it happen. Alright. But Sven really needs some initiation. To be honest, Sven right now is in a really good spot. But he needs Ags. He needs to turn into Superman. Oh, duel. Fight. Okay. Fighting in the Macropier, not good. You need to get out of that. The Wind Ranger. Okay. Cask. Maledict. He runs on out. He should be fine. Deafening Blast. But has he gone too far? You've got a 4v1. What are you going to do? You Shadow Bladed into that. Not really required. You need a Shadow Blade? Okay. Shadow Blade should not be used as like you're not a Slark, right? Where you can use it as like an offensive tool, but it's more of like a defensive one. Getting yourself out of there, right? Like I feel like everybody's kind of lacking in this whole. Okay, well, as I say, that Jakiro has 5 freaking sentries. What a boss. But the rest of the team, okay, NP has a sentry. Your team, and this is why you will lose. Nobody has dust, right? You've seen this glimmer trick that this guy's done many a times. Yet, you're not doing anything to counter it. Like, this is something that you need to click on. You'd be like, oh, how does that guy keep getting away? How does he keep disappearing? What is that item? It's a Glimmer Cape, right? It was the Shadow Amulet first, and now it's a Glimmer Cape. And so you need to figure out a way to deal with this. So if somebody gets an item like that, you need an item to counter his item. And the thing is your item that counters it is 90 gold versus his, what, 2,000 gold? All things that you need to consider, right? Itemization is super important. Understanding why you're getting items and not just getting whatever items you want. Okay. All right. So like LC is fine. I think that this Blink Blade Mill is good. I mean, you have so many other initiators. You have the Desolator on the Mars, who, in my opinion, could be another initiator. But instead, he's going to be built in more of like a fighty build. The Doppelganger. Oh, the Death Ward actually hits the wrong ones. It hits the illusions. But I like the fact that they're grouping. Are they going to start putting pressure on this tower? No, they're backing up. Okay, they don't really care about towers. Invoker has Orchid and BOT. He's going to get Ags next. Okay, so Invoker I feel like is one of the stronger players on this team. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. But Sven here with Blade Mill and Mask of Madness. His issue, Sven in general, is that this guy gets kited all the time, right? The Ice Path, the Cask, all these things are just going to mess up this guy's day, right? And so you need ways to deal with that. And Ags, in my opinion, maybe even Blink, but somebody needs to be an initiator, because nobody is right now. I missed that kill on purpose. That's what I do. Jakiro right here. I feel like, well, Force is okay. More ways to just kite people away from, you know, all of these guys. I'm wondering if Yules or Atos would have been better. Alright, I mean, you have the lockdown, so I guess you don't really need the control. You do need ways to save, so I'm okay with this, actually. Force Staff here. NP. He refreshes to Nature's Wrath twice? Oh, okay. They wanted to secure it on Invoker. They do catch him out. And Mars is just kind of like a boss, man. BKB, TP? Oh, no, he doesn't have a TP. This is why you always carry TP, sir. You have a 10-second charge, and you could have TP'd on out. So you could have saved yourself. Right? This is what... Have we learned nothing today? Must have a TP. Okay? All of these guys without TPs, this is exactly why you die. You always need to carry TPs. Like this Wind Ranger, this is a fail. There are times that you're going to be on the enemy side of the map, and you're going to be like, oh shit, I don't have a TP. But that will save you. That would have saved the Mars. And instead, his top net worth is going to be slowed down quite a lot. Things you need to learn. Okay? TPs, super important. Please buy the Costco version, the bulk. NP, technically you should have a ward, or sorry, TP. I understand that yes, you can teleport out, but you never know because it might be on cooldown, right? Always have, it's so cheap. It's like, I don't even know, hang on, I don't even know how cheap it is. It's so cheap that I just buy it whenever I want. 90 gold, okay? Yeah, 90 gold. 90 gold, and you guys don't want to buy TPs. Mars has one now. It's on cooldown, which is fine. Oh, he's like, oh shit. We're going to go in God's Strength and Death Ward on the back end of this, but the Blade Mill will probably do some work. And they've looked to turn this around. They've got 3 so far. LC will die. Okay, now you're doing some work with the... Okay. So this is why, instead of going the Shadow Blade first, if you went like other damaging items, you'll kill more, you'll kill creeps faster, and you'll expedite your farm much faster that you can get the Shadow Blade much, much sooner. Okay? As opposed to the Shadow Blade, which you got it, you're like thinking of it as like a get out of jail free card. But, you know, when you were level 9... You're actually one of the stronger heroes on this map. This hero falls off. He has early peaks, and he falls off very, very early. This is why you need to finish the game, and you need to do it sooner by having those damaging items, so that you don't go to late game. All right, here, Wind Ranger, okay. That's your initiator. Does have Blink.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, and then Invoker... Just more farming, but it does have Ags. Arena. Okay, they catch out you, Viper. Just looking to turn this. Okay, okay. So it's not all for naught. And the BKB charge has now been used. It's already off. Ah, but the blade mail. My blade mail is better than. Oh, nice sunstrike. Okay, does secure the Mars, which is really the important one. NP is trying to run for his life. Okay, PL has actually gotten scary now with all the illusions. That does a lot of work. You have Butterfly. That's your first big item. Fine. Invoker is there. Okay, so that's a complete team wipe. What do you do out of this? Do you continue? I like it how these two are pushing. Oh, don't run away, Sven. Don't run away, Sven. Okay, PL, you are a much better person. Why are you afraid of this position 5, position 4 Witch Doctor? Like, you had 2 of you. Like, okay, guys. When 4 or 5 people are dead, you should not look to be running. Once somebody spawns, I get it. It's a little more dangerous. But you have to see who is alive. It was a Witch Doctor, right? Both of you guys, I think, are big boys in the sense that you guys can take on the Witch Doctor, right? Like, you don't need to be afraid. You need to understand who is the strongest one. Who can kill me? Who can solo kill me? Can a Witch Doctor solo kill me when I'm a PL? Oh, nice taunt there. Catches out the Invoker. Yeah, he'll die with the Death Ward on the back end of this. Just happily dancing in the back. The cask is now being used. I think that's a really late cask, but nonetheless, Ice Path. Oh, they do catch out the PL, who's getting very, very low. Jakiro with the plays. Secures that one. Beans. And Mars on the bottom does catch out the Wind Ranger. NP, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna walk on out of this? Okay. I saw you trying to run by the sprouts. He's gonna TP on him back. Doesn't TP very far. But okay, they do get the T2 bottom. So 7.27, what's different about T2? Pop quiz. They can start taking the outpost now, right? Which means further, XP denial, assuming they take it, and the fact that there's map control that's going to be removed as well. Alright, and through this all, the PL, okay, Arena and the Death Ward, that's a nice little combo the Witch Doctor and the Mars have. But where were his friends, right? And another reason to get BKB is that you can literally just walk out of the arena. You don't need a ticket. You can just literally just walk on out. And now, this Sven here, have a camera. I think he should get that inside the telescope. I think he should pass the telescope to somebody else. I think the telescope is very good and is required, but like, you have to understand, how am I dying? How has Invoker died 3 or 4 times? Arenas. How do you get out of arenas? BKB. Is Lincoln the call? No. What will Lincoln save you against the duel? Yes, it will save you against the cask as well. But generally speaking, what is everything else? Jakiro, straight up magic damage. Ice Path, just gonna slow you down, lock you into place, right? What deals with all of that? BKB, right? So BKB is actually the better call in this situation. I think everybody needs BKB. Okay, and at almost, oh wow, okay, so yeah, duel. If you BKB, you could have popped out of that. You might, I don't know if you would have gotten away from that duel, but it would have been very close. Oh, the BKB. So I think that we can just look at this team as of who has more BKBs, and then that team will just win. Buyback here by Jakiro. Nice. This is why you take that outpost, so you can TP on back. It's 2 for 2 so far, and they're going to look to run. And Mars, wow, he tanks that Sunstrike, but he's alive. He's a very tanky boy. Jakiro die back, and they want more. And they're going to continue to run on through. Blink should be up soon. Yep, he does it. But the Mars is used defensively to kind of keep himself alive. The Death Ward on the back of this. Witch Doctor with the plays. He does get the kill, but I think it's worth it here. Oh, and he glimmers, and he TPs away. What a boss. This Witch Doctor. Outplay. Right? He secured the kill on the Invoker, and he TP'd on out with a Glimmer. Like, again, you guys don't have dust. Oh, I'd say one good thing about him, and then he dies instantly later. And the Seb, the disrespect calls. Okay. All right, yo, Viper, if you got chat wheel, man, you need to spam that more, right? Like, it's all about disrespect in Dota, okay? Don't respect your opponent. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I kidding? I don't know. I play in C, so obviously we have a lot more trash talking within the team. Oh, the silence. Yeah, he's going to have a hard time. You know, even when you're silenced, you can use your items. He could have Shadow Bladed away. And this guy with, like, yeah, he's got sentries. You're forcing him to drop one, right? And to be honest, I don't even know if he would have had fast fingers to swap it into sentries and to place that in time. All right, you're up 9K. How do you take advantage of this? What do you do? How do you get back in this? Missing kills here. Another arena. And they've got him locked in. The Meteor. Meatball doing a lot of work. Okay, and the Deafening Blast is also there. The Death Ward on the back end of this is doing a lot of damage. Woo! And here we go. The Invoker. The Lincoln's has been popped. So 3 for 2 so far. Please don't run away. Please stay in this lane. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. What a dick. He's taken all the neutral items, and these are actually good items. He should be passing them along. You have Ninja Star? Okay, that's fine. But somebody else should be having one of these. I don't think this guy needs Telescope. I don't think he realizes that, you know, attack and cast range radius, like, yeah, Stormhammer's a little bit better. Yeah, his Warcry's a little bit better, but everything else is not that good. Like, you can get way more. This guy's a strength hero, man. The 30 damage and the 18 strength. Like, I don't have my Abacus, but that does a lot more damage than this Telescope would do when you're just casting Stormhammers. Pro tip. Jakiro, Glimmer. Does invisibility equal invincibility? No. And that's what happens, sir. You go down. All right. So they're looking to push high ground. No. They're looking to back off. They're afraid of Mars, who's been trying to literally take the team on his back and just kind of get them back into this game. They are behind. And the Roche call has been made, and Roche will die very, very quickly because we're on 2x. But no, I mean, they have a decent amount of damage. Oh, they pop God Strength for that. Okay. That's why he died so quickly. Tornado is off the mark. They get the silence, but really... Oh, okay, Viper. All right, you're on the outside of that. Mind you, your range, do not go inside. Okay. You don't care. And he kills both of you. All right. Not ideal. Probably should have ran away from that one. That was silly. LC with only 110 dual damage. I would have expected more at this point. Oh, why didn't he just... Oh. The BKB is now being used. Yeah, but where are his friends? Like, I feel like the NP should be TPing into all of these fights. Like, look at this guy. He's like, hey, Treants, I'm just going to farm jungle. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Now his teammates are going to die. Yeah, he's dead. That's painful. Okay, Orchid, Ice Path, cover the retreat. Good stuff there. Alright. These are kind of the only two items. I mean, if you get Diffusal, even better. But, like, honestly, if you've got Butterfly Heart, this PL is super difficult to deal with. Like, especially with all the illusions. You don't really have the AoE. Like, overwhelming odds, maybe. But, like... not the best. Oh, you're not gonna kill the courier? Okay. Also, his Invoker's starting to make plays. He's kind of all over the place. But man, yeah, actually. Oh. You got Minotaur Horn if you want to use it. I think. Minotaur Horn. He doesn't understand what neutral does. Okay. If you have Minotaur Horn, you gotta pop it before your BKB. Okay? The Minotaur Horn gives you, obviously, 2 seconds of spell immunity, but that's pretty much all you need, right? To just kind of give you that. Plus, the number of charges doesn't decrease. And fighting on the low ground, not smart. Not smart. This is where you want to be fighting. Oh, Age has been popped, and they're going to get the Mars. Okay. Because the fact that they can't see in the high ground unless they have a ward or something there, right? So this is why you don't take fights, especially when you're down heroes. And you need to be on the high ground so that it's harder for them to go up. Because if they're shooting from the low to high, as that Invoker would have, 30% of those attacks are actually nullified, right? Think of it as like armor, right? It's just the mechanics of this game. So things to note is that there's really no point in fighting below when you should be fighting on the high ground. Blade Mail versus Blade Mail, but it's like... I mean, they're both very tanky heroes, so not ideal. And this is looking to be it. I think you're making the GG push now. They don't really have a buyback on Jakiro, not like you need him, but that Death Ward creating a little bit more space. And that Arena, okay, we'll secure the PL, Death. Wow. Alright, PL, if you're getting Death Warded, you need a Doppelganger, you need to back up. Okay, you have Heart, you can just regen and go right back into it, but that was like a waste of a death. You don't have buyback, so to be honest, if you're Radiant, you just push mid. Like, like, you don't really have a choice. Again, why mid is that it's the fastest way to the throne. Obviously in a direct line as opposed to this long roundabout way. Oh, and you're going to get more. Oh, the Lincoln saves him. The arena, the duel, and they do secure it on the Sven. He does have buyback. But do you close this out? You need to take that T2. Go, push, 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 push. Push, I'm trying to, push him forward. Okay, so buyback from Sven, which is fine. Take this T3. You don't have BKB, sir. I felt like you were in a little too strong. Once you hear the buybacks, you gotta be like, oh shit, like my MP, who hasn't been with me the entire game, is in a bad spot, but he needed to have TP'd with me. This guy is this good pusher, right? Like if this guy was in the mid, like just force, like look at this army of treants. Look at this army of treants. Enjoy, PL. Oh, so, are we having a buffet tonight? Because that's what it seems like. And he's got more treants on the bottom, and like Sven makes quick work of that. Okay, one thing to note, and we haven't really seen too much of it, well, we saw a little bit with the illusions, is that if you do the arena right around the ancient, it blocks all of the ranged attacks from outside. Just an FYI. Dota mechanics. But it's completely clear, and they're what is the PL doing? Like PL, these three isn't actually enough to kill the ancient. I don't know why they're not going for it. And instead, they're just chasing after heroes. Tornado wasting more time. BKB's now, and he's going to be fine. Oh my gosh. And that Death Ward has been on point. Alright, this Witch Doctor's been playing pretty well. But Sven is pushing the bottom lane. God's Strength is now being popped. My blade mail is better than your blade mail. No, 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 no. Cast, bounce. Tornado catches on 2. That was nice. He's been silenced, no quelling blade, and now he's been dusted. The deafening blast will. Oh, and the what is it? The Mama Sunstrike. I forgot what it's called. But he's got it, so that should be the end of this game. I think that, you know what I mean. There's so many different ways to close this game out way faster. Again, having an entire team of cores will give you an advantage in the late game. But you guys are kind of winning from 37k on. I mean, like, this is kind of ridiculous, right? Like, they don't have a core, like a late game hero that's going to win them the game. Viper, you should just be BKBing and you should just be hitting the ancient. Okay? Alright, you get it in the end. So, GG, well played. Sorry we had to 2x it, but that's a really long game. And we have many games to go to. But thank you so much. Please give a like and a subscribe. And we'll get to the next game.